for everybody that comes in and wants to be part of this race. So Blast Gordon, you are right here right now. You tell me when you're ready, and I'm going to go ahead and call it out, and we'll get this thing underway just that fast. Jay Shredder is here, and Butters EU is here as well. Blood Bear is here. You let me know, Blast Gordon.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, whoop, hold up. I gotta make sure I get this this clock started. I don't want to do that again. Once is enough. All right, clock. Okay, Blast Gordon, if you're ready, I'm going to call it out now.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, Blast Gordon is off and running right here, and he's got himself a cart, and he's heading out of town right now. He did not take and enter my posse. We should have probably done that, but we'll see. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But we've got 2 races going on today, so Blast Gordon wanted to get going early on, right straight out of St. Denis. Remember now that Blast Gordon has some experience. He has won the last 2 kart races that we have had. He won one this year, at the beginning of the year, and then he won one at the end of last year. So he has some experience. Now we're just going to have to watch and see what he does with this kart and how he handles this kart in getting himself on down to Tumbleweed. Will he run into some of the problems and some of the issues that Scarlet B has run into over the last couple of days when she made her attempt at the Enduro race? We'll have to see where that goes. But knowing that, Scarlet B does have the time to beat today, and she beat her time yesterday by 40 seconds, a little over 40 seconds. So that's not a small amount when it comes to an enduro race with all of the issues that can crop up in a race. Right now, it looks like Blast Gordon is just cruising along, and we'll see just what happens as it happens. We're just now heading outside of St. Denis. We're in the La Grasse area right now, and Blast Gordon has got himself a steady pace going on. He's absolutely had no resistance whatsoever, no resistance from the individual that he stole this kart from, nor any resistance from the law. And he hasn't even bumped into anything out here on the trail that would pose any kind of an issue for him at all. Now the kart that he's riding is a canopied kart, so maybe that canopy is catching a lot of air, and maybe it's putting a little extra strain on the horse. Hard telling, not knowing, as they say down here in the south, eh, Blast Gordon?
Yep.
And through the covered bridge he goes right now, and just off to my left, we do have a red splotch out that way that is indicating either a gang camp or a moonshine camp. I did not take the time to look. I just wanted to pay attention to Blast Gordon and his bid for taking first place in this enduro race. And as an endurance race, we do have plenty of issues that an individual has to overcome. Has to get this kart down to Tumbleweed, switch it out for a horse, ride the horse to 2 different locations whereby he will service that horse, and then he will head to a stable where he will switch the horse out, head to another stable with that new horse, and switch it out once again, and then make the final trek up through Barrow Lagoon and on through to Adler Ranch. And Blast Gordon, he's doing a little bit of bushwhacking right now. You can see that this kart is jumping around a little bit as he hits some certain areas. That kart is bouncing up in the air here and there. But so far, no issue in keeping it on all 2 wheels. All 2 wheels. And we're headed right now through the Heartlands, right out here at Emerald Ranch. And we can certainly see why they refer to it as Emerald Ranch, being that it is so green out this way, just like an emerald. All right, there was a little bit of a drop off and across that little brook. past a wagon right here, right now. And you can see that he's got himself a horse that we haven't seen as yet attached to a cart. And I don't see any real issue there as far as the horse. The horse seems to be pretty perky. And we're at it quickly this morning. Next one up is ECU Al. He's going to follow Blast Gordon. But Blast Gordon, I'll tell you what, he was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to get gone this morning, and get gone we did. And there goes Blast Gordon. He's making his way across a small area, trying to straighten out that road a little bit. A little bit of bushwhacking never hurt anybody, at least not until you run into a tree or a rock, or anything else that will cause you to crash. And tumbleweed is where we need to head towards. Whereby he will switch out this cart for a horse right there at the stable. Bail off the cart, run into the stable, grab a horse. And you can see he's just cutting these corners. Now, yesterday, Scarlet B had her cart, and the 2 times that she has run this race, she has run into problems at the same location, at Pikes Basin. And I kind of thought to myself, I ran into trouble at Pikes Basin once. I wouldn't go that way again. I thought that I might have gone a little bit differently, which meant that there was a better possibility of her not running into trouble. We'll just have to see how it pans out. But the one thing for sure is that that woman knows how to bushwhack. And she was able to bushwhack with very little difficulty at all. And that's what gave her such great times on both races that she ran. But still, because of the trouble that she did get into, there is still room for improvement, and it's possible to beat the time that she posted, and we'll just have to see where it goes from here. Right now, we are 6 minutes, call it 7 minutes into this race, and Blast Gordon is getting ready to cross Bard's Crossing, and he can only hope that a train is not coming. If a train is coming, he's in a world of hurt. An absolute world of hurt. I don't hear anything. Good morning, Slayer Brooks. Badger McKean is here. Woo. And here we go. Disciple is over there on TikTok. Good morning, Disciple. That was, yeah, that was the other day. She has made 2 races, put in 2 races, has time posted for both races, aside from that race where I kind of forgot to start the timer. But that's all resolved, that's behind us at this point. It was a good lesson to always be watching for those little things that you take for granted that are so easy to do, but yet you forget to do them now and again. And Blast Gordon, it looks like he's running the same trek across Bard's Crossing and that little bit of bushwhacking that he did right here at Rig Station. And let's see what the bridge looks like down here. Nothing on the bridge, no wagons on the bridge, nothing, just a clear path right across the Montana, across the bridge, and Blast Gordon just continues to let this horse run. Little shortcut here, little shortcut there, saves a couple of steps turns into a few seconds, which turns into many seconds, and who knows, it could make a difference by the time you're at the end. Oh, look at Blast Gordon. He's cutting this one a little differently than others have. That's a good job right there, Blast Gordon. And back on trail he goes. But that was a nice little cut across. Whoa, boy, he just squeaked through that AI that was there, and a tree that was alongside that AI. He was just able to get through there. It looked like it was pretty slender there, pretty slick. He probably had to grease that wagon up a little bit to get through there without fetching up. And actually, Blas Gordon got some pretty good time going right now. And across the Great Plains we go, right through Beecher's Hope. It almost looks like he's planned this out. You know, he knows exactly where he's going on this. And remember now, this is the kart portion of the race. And we absolutely know that Blas Gordon is a master at driving a kart. He is a master kart racer. And you can look at that wagon bounce in the air. Boy, I'll tell you what, she got some air back there. Now, once he turns this kart in for a horse, well, we may see a little something different going on. Hard telling, not knowing, but we're going to get to see what the opportunity is that is placed before him, and just how Blas Gordon can handle that. Right now, that was the way to go, Blas Gordon. That little bit of a shortcut, that little bit of a bushwhack, that can save you plenty, and it did. Blas Gordon getting ready to cross the lower Montana. And here he is. He's pretty much, he's in the water. And he's across. Now what's he going to do? We're right here at Hennigan Steed. How's he going to handle this? He's paying attention to exactly where he's at and what he's doing, and where this horse is as far as its health and its energy is concerned. All right, he's made a little bit of a shortcut there. Will he be looking for some more shortcut? Yes, he is. Here he goes. He's cutting off a big chunk of territory right there. Oh! Oh my goodness, and over the edge he goes, and he did not land properly, and the horse is down, the carriage is busted, and now he's got to go running and find himself a horse. He's on his horse, or a horse, and off he goes. And he's going to run for it at this point. And he is he's running it at this point, and he needs to get down to Tumbleweed. That was an unfortunate thing to lose that cart at that particular location. It was quite a drop off that edge, and the horse just couldn't stay on its feet. It crumbled beneath its own weight, and then the cart comes down on top of him, and before you know it, everything is wrecked. Everything is wrecked. Down over the hill we go. You can see Armadillo off in the distance, and we've got a little bit of dust kicking up right here as we head down the hill. Yee-haw, buckshot! You got it, my friend. For sure. Yeah, I got off track there a little bit, trying to do some things. Let's see if we can catch up right now. We should be able to catch up. Well, that closed the distance a little bit. We'll close some more distance here just as soon as we can. And it looks like Blast Gordon is going to run the railroad tracks. He's out of Blackwater, he's out of Armadillo at this point. And he's headed towards Mercer Station. Cut a corner right there, a little bit here, a little bit there. It all adds up. And the perfect example of that is how about all of these little bits and pieces of change that we get, or how about the few dollars that we get for the different animals that we sell off to the butcher. And before you know it, it's turned into hundreds, and then thousands, and then tens of thousands. And so it's just a question of piecemealing it, is what it becomes. And as they say, you eat the elephant one bite at a time. Well, you're going to create your fortune $1 at a time. Kind of a reverse scenario right there when it comes to the cash. Now this horse is interesting right here. It seems to have slowed down quite the bit. And we are approaching Tumbleweed at this point. And we're headed into Tumbleweed on the back side of Tumbleweed. And Blast Gordon is about ready to enter the stable. And here he is. He's going into the stable. All right. He's in the stable. He's getting a horse. He's getting a horse. For sure he is. And let's see what he's going to come out with. And now the pressure is going to be put on Blast Gordon. And it's going to be put on Blast Gordon because we haven't seen him do a whole lot of horse racing and bushwhacking on a horse. It's always been with a cart, and he's always done very well with a cart. And now we're going to see just how well he does with a horse. And there he is right there, getting ready to go through the covered bridge just outside of Tumbleweed. And there's Blast Gordon right there. A nice looking gray is what he's riding. And, well, what kind of horse is it that you're riding there, Blast Gordon?
Foxy.
Okay, cool. All right, right through Ridgewood Farm. In through one gate and out through the other gate. And right now, yeah, there we go. He's going to do some bushwhacking right across here. This area right here, back on trail. A few people that were running interference there, but it didn't seem to faze Blast Gordon whatsoever. He just rode on by. He probably could have tipped his hat and said, "Good morning, gentlemen." More bushwhacking for Blast Gordon right here. And we're going to be heading into the western end of Armadillo. Blast Gordon is going to risk it. He's going to risk it for the biscuit. A little more bushwhacking going on. He was able to get his horse to comfortably bushwhack and get on through that area that he was in. You can see Armadillo right in front of us right now. And Blast Gordon's getting ready to, he's thinking hard about what he's doing here in this corral. He's got to be in the corral. He has to feed his horse, pet his horse, brush his horse, and then he needs to lead his horse. Once he starts leading his horse, I will give him a 5 count on my count, and on the last count, on 5, I will just indicate that he can go. And right now, you see him right there in front of his horse. And he's brushing it right there. And he's feeding it. Sometimes we can see this and sometimes we don't. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Go, Blast Gordon, go. All right, Blast Gordon is off. He's off and running, and he's going to go through Pike's Basin in order to get to McFarland's Ranch. Personally, I think that's a dangerous way to go. But nonetheless, if you're not willing to take the risk, you're probably not going to grab that prize at the end. As they say, it's either hero or zero. And right now, he's willing to risk it all to become the hero and post the best time on this particular race and potentially win it. Now, right now, he's entering the canyon. He's done a good job so far, and quite frankly, he hasn't had any resistance along the trail at all. Through the canyon that we so often run in a race, and through this winding canyon we go. No issues at all. Up over the hill we go. And it's going to be interesting to see just how he handles this service of his horse. You have to be in that small inner corral within the big corral in order to have it properly count. Over the fence he goes, and he's into the large corral. Over the fence he goes, he's into the small corral, and now once again he's going to be servicing his horse. And you can hear him talking to the horse, calming it down, and he's brushing it. And he's feeding it. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Go! And Blast Gordon is off. He too is heading out the back way to move on over to Blackwater. Now in Blackwater, he's going to enter the Blackwater stable and he's going to switch out the horse. He's going to switch the horse out for a different horse. And there's another red splotch back there. That's probably Harriet back that way, looking to pull in another victim to her spraying of that toxic perfume. All right, there's a nice little bushwhack that Blast Gordon made. That could have been dangerous. That horse could have lost its legs on that one. That was a small jump, and but nonetheless, even a small jump, the horse can buckle right underneath its own legs. Little dust on the trail, headed on by an AI right there. Nice bushwhacking. A lot of the people in the past did not take this cut across right here. They actually went around and then cut across this big hump to my right that I just passed. Blast Gordon elected to take a little quicker route. And he's doing a good job. You know, I see no problems with it at all. Whatever problems that he had, they were somewhat minor. I mean, obviously, the biggest problem that he had was losing his car going over that that area that he went over. The horse just couldn't stand up to the big drop and then support its weight and support the weight of the cart as well and stay in harness. Well, obviously, the horse fell out of harness and broke its damn neck is what it did. All right, right here. Blast Gordon, right on my side here. Headed into Blackwater. Headed into the stable. And into the stable he goes. All right, he's going into the stable. He's switching out horses, and he will come back out of the stable, and he will head for Valentine. And he will do the same thing in Valentine. He will take and go into the stable at Valentine, switch out a horse, and then he heads north up into the high country, up into the snow area, towards Barrow Lagoon, and then on towards Adler Ranch. Blast Gordon is out of the stable. He's getting his bearings, and off he goes. And a different horse he does have, another light-colored horse, but a whole lot brighter. And what horse are you riding here, Blast Gordon?
This is another Foxy. This is IO Silver.
Okay. And here we come. We're headed, well, okay. Blast Gordon's taking it a little differently here. Taking it a lot differently here.
To the strawberry?
No, you're headed towards Valentine.
Okay.
You're headed towards Valentine's stable. All right, we're going to do another shortcut right by the old fort and Indian village. And there are some wolves, yeah, there are some wolves. Is he going to be able to outrun these wolves? It looks like it. And I too will be outrunning these wolves. So that was the first potential for some issues that could really put a crimp in everything. But he was able to get through it. And now it's just a figment of his imagination. A little bit foggy out. Riding at night under the full moon. We're by Riggs Station here right now. across the tracks we go, headed towards Valentine. We're headed down over the hill. We're going to cross the river.
Damn folk.
Won't leave me alone, he says. A few ducks hit the air right there at the water's edge. Across the river we go. All right, Blas Gordon is off to the left here. And this area right here is Burntown. We're just heading beyond Burntown right now. You can see Blas Gordon right there in front of me to the right. Woo! Up over the hill we go. He gets up onto this little bit of a higher ground here, and he'll be take a straight shot right into Valentine.
What in the hell?
Oh, that could have been dangerous. Catch that individual broadside on that bridge just outside of Valentine. That could have been a disastrous thing that occurred. He could have easily gone down, could have easily killed his horse. We're headed into Valentine. We're going to come out right behind the stable. You can see the stable right there. And here he goes. Into the stable he goes. And another horse will be selected. And from here, Blas Gordon will take and make a run for Barrow Lagoon. And that's going to be straight west of the stable here, up in that area. And Captain Cole Payne and Chapita. A good day over on TikTok. And it looks like Hanny over there as well. All right, he's out of the stable, and he's running. He's running. All right, now what we're going to find is that this is going to get a little more interesting here, because we're starting to head up into high ground, and this high ground is going to present a lot of problems in the way of... Whoa, my goodness, there it is right there. There's the first contact that he made right in the middle of the trail. He ran into an AI, and now he's getting back on his horse. He's not going to mess with that AI. He's going to let that AI go, and down over the hill he goes. That was the first indication of any kind of trouble right there. Beyond the wagon that he dumped, of course, but now we're headed north, and he's on horse. We're going to just see how this plays out. There's the first little bit of an excitement right there. But the fact of the matter is Blas Gordon kept his head about him, and he let the AI go. He was searching for his horse, and he wanted to get back onto his horse. Oh, and now I hit an AI in the middle of the damn trail. And I'm going to get back on this horse. And this guy wants to shoot me. All right, back up we go. Let's see, this is an odd way to be traveling, but nonetheless, it's the path that Blas Gordon has taken, and I can see him on my mini-map. He's not all that far ahead of me. I can see him up there. I should be able to catch him. I'll do a little bit of bushwhacking here and see if I can close the distance, and up over the hill we go. So we have both had some interference here. And I can actually see Blast Gordon up ahead of me. I'm not sure whether you can or not, but he is headed for Barrow Lagoon. You can see the trail of his horse right there. We'll take and we'll go into Eagle Eye, see if we can light the screen up a little bit so that you can see him up here. By all means, we do not want him to stop for me. He needs to be able to turn in a real quality time. He's headed up this way right now. And across the frozen lake he goes, and you can see him right in front of me at this point. And he's going to run into this cabin and he's going to holler out, "Where the hell is everybody?" And then he's going to come out and service his horse.
Where the hell is everybody?
There you go. Now he's going to come out and he's going to service his horse. He's going to pet it, he's going to feed it, he's going to brush it, he's going to walk it. And from here, he will head towards Adler Ranch. All right, is he going to be able to get the lead on that? All right, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Go, go, go! He's on his horse, and now he is off. Off and running. And this is where somebody needs to be somewhat careful as to where they go, how they go. Looks like Blast Gordon got just a little bit off trail right there, and back on trail at this point. And we're following him. You can see him right there in front of me. And I just ran some animal over back there. Apparently I didn't kill it, but I felt it beneath the hoofs of the horse. And this is a very dangerous area. Your horse could slip off the edge so easily. All right. There's Blast Gordon right there. He's taking it, I won't say conservative, but he's being very careful because it's so easy to lose it all right in this area here. And we are headed right on towards, we're not too far from Coulter at this point. We are definitely in the snow. Blast Gordon's horse seems to be a little lethargic in the snow. I'm not sure whether Blast Gordon is holding him back or whether or not the horse is just unable to run in the snow really well. And Coulter just off to our left there. And now we're headed towards Adler Ranch. And once he gets to Adler Ranch, he'll take his horse into the barn. He'll service the horse, and then he will walk it or ride it into the stable that's right inside the barn. He'll run out of the barn, run into the house, and holler out, finally, home sweet home. And once he's done that, I will stop the clock, and his time will be recorded accordingly. And we are approaching the Adler Ranch at this time. And there's Blas Gordon right there. You can see him off to my left. Here he comes. He's headed for the barn. Chris is up on top of the roof. Make sure that if I wasn't there, he was there to see it all take place. He's in the barn. He's off the horse. Got to service the horse. Pet it, feed it, brush it. All right, and then when he's done with that, he's going to walk it into the stall or ride it into the stall, either one. Right in there with that other horse. Okay, that horse is in. Run for that house. Run for that house. Finally, home sweet home. That's the phrase that he's going to use. Okay, here he comes.
Finally, home sweet home.
Time has stopped right there. Excellent. All right.
I was wondering if you'd be back through this way.
Well, there you go. Even Sadie Adler was talking to Blas Gordon as he came in. And I got to tell you, Blas Gordon, your time is 40 minutes, 22.27 seconds. So you missed it by approximately 3 minutes. You're approximately 3 minutes behind Scarlet B's time. Nonetheless, it was a great adventure that you were on. So you deserve the clap on this, Blas Gordon. And surprisingly, I thought you were going to be a lot closer than you actually turned out to be.
I think
That